Hello, beautiful people of the internet. 2018 has been a very shitty year for me. Mentally, that is. I did not have terrible things happen to me. I did not lose friendships, or my relationship didn't end. It almost did, but it didn't end. My family didn't die. That's a bit extreme, but you know, nothing really bad happened to me. But the reason why 2018 was such a shit year for me is just because my mental state got the worst it's ever been. I don't think I've ever been this bad when it comes to my mental health. So with the change of years, I wanted to do something about that. Now, firstly, I want to say that I do not believe in New Year's resolutions. If you want to start working on yourself, you can do that any time of the year. Secondly, I am someone who likes to set up goals for myself. So I like to have a set of goals that I can work towards. Because one, that's more easy. Two, if you don't achieve them, you don't have to feel bad. And three, your goals can change. You change as a person, so your goals can change as well. For some reason, it feels different than when you say New Year's resolutions, because I feel like resolutions you really need to stick to, like goals, they can change along the way. Now, my problem with that is that in 2018, I didn't work towards my goals. I had some goals set up that I really wanted to achieve, and because I have an entire year to do that, I usually just don't. Before I know it, it's already November and I still haven't achieved any of my goals because I wasn't working with them, I wasn't thinking about them, I wasn't doing them. And I want to change that because, like I said, 2018 for me has been the most terrible year I've ever had when it comes to mental health. And I noticed that setting these big goals for myself is not helping because I just feel like a failure for not achieving them. So I decided to change things up a little bit, and that's what this new video series is going to be about. I am going to set myself 3 little goals every single month to try and achieve. That way I can be more productive with my time. I can actually achieve my goals because they're closer, so I can actually plan towards them. And I feel like it's also good for my mental state because it helps me to stay open-minded and to feel good about myself because I can actually achieve the goals that I'm setting up for myself. I have been heavily influenced by Marzia's notes. So every month she would plan out 3 things that she wanted to do that month. And it can be as extravagant as going to Japan for 2 weeks, but also as small as just tidying the place, cleaning out the closet, all that kind of stuff basically. And I've been wanting to do that for a really long time, but I didn't have the motivation, or I didn't have a vlog camera, all that kind of jazz. I always had an excuse to not do it, but now I have motivation, I have my vlog camera, so I decided to give it a go and to try and set up 3 little goals for myself to achieve, because I feel like it will help me to get better in my head basically. So I kind of want to take that idea, but I also kind of want to give my own spin to it, so that's what I'm trying to do. So we are in the beginning of January. It's January 4th today, and I have set some goals for myself that I really want to do. Got my little bullet journal with me because of course I would write it in my bullet journal. So the 3 goals that I set up for myself this month are, in no particular order, I want to go to the Gogh Experience in Brussels. Darcy asked me if I wanted to go with her in December, but December has been a terrible month for me. So I didn't really feel like going, but they actually added a few dates in January, which was perfect. So all I have to do is still set a date with her, find out when I want to go, what works best for both of us, but I really want to go. I think it's going to be amazing. Another thing I want to do this month is travel to Birmingham because my buddy Jamie has had his first baby, and I promised him that once little baby Jamie was born that I would go and visit, and we never really made it happen, but I really want to see him again. It's been years since I've seen him again, and that way I can meet the little baby. We still need to settle on a date though, and I still need to fix what's gonna happen, so how we're gonna travel and all of that. So I have a lot of planning to do, but I really want to go to Birmingham. I think that's gonna be the highlight of my month. And then the last thing I want to do is go to the China Lights in Antwerp. So every single year Antwerp does this whole thing where they set up light sculptures in the zoo. I haven't been able to go the last few years, so this year I really want to go, but I'm gonna make this a bit extra challenging because I want to go alone. I'm really bad at doing things alone, and I feel like the more things I do alone, the more I can actually find myself. So every single month I will try to do one thing alone as well, just for myself to have that space and to just get to know myself a bit better, I guess. So the China Lights I want to go alone, but I'll have to be quick with that that one because the 13th of January is the last day that you can go. So I'm gonna have to see how I plan that out and when I want to go. But I am very excited. These are the 3 things that I want to do this month. And the fun thing is that now that I have a vlog camera, I can take you along for the ride. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm excited and motivated for the first time in a really long while. And it's good. It feels really good. So I'm gonna go for now, and then I'm gonna see you again on the first thing that I decide to do. So I'll see you then. Okay, so today it's January the 10th and I'm just about to leave to go to Brussels because today is the day that I will visit the Van Gogh Museum, or the Van Gogh Experience rather, with Darcy. So, that's my alarm. I'm so excited. We're in Brussels! Touristing be like, Van Gogh's new painting looks very nice.
Okay, I might maybe have missed the location. I might have been mistaken, and we maybe not be at the right place.
I mean,
yeah, it doesn't really look like Van Gogh, does it? So the plan is
let's do the Smurf experience.
So the plan is to take the metro back and to actually go to the right place now, but the problem is it's literally like 45 minutes away, so we will miss our queue, our curfews.
Well, at least we have an excuse now.
Well, we saw the Brussels ball, so I mean that's a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, my bad. That's my fault. I should have looked into it. You said Expo though.
You bought the tickets.
In my defense, you said it's the Expo.
Yeah, but you bought the tickets and you said I'm gonna look how we're gonna go.
I didn't.
You said I'm gonna look for public transport, so I trusted you.
Well, clearly I cannot be trusted.
Yeah! Yay, we made it!
Finally!
When Sarah's hair is the Starry Night
blending into the green screen.
I love this. Oh my god. I can't.
Darcy was not happy with the shots that I made of her, so she's going to make a selfie just so she looks good on shot. Look at you go!
Need my shirt in the shot.
Oh my god. So we just came out of the experience hall. So what were your thoughts now that you've had the experience?
I loved it.
Yeah?
But also it was expensive for what it was.
It was fun. I liked it. It was very immersive.
Beautiful.
It was gorgeous. But exactly, it was like one room that kept changing.
Oh. Yeah.
And that was about it. For the majority of the thing, I felt like it was very expensive for what it was.
Yeah.
But we did it, so
we had fun.
We had fun.
We have a lot of extra pictures. And
you have a lot of extra
Sarah
pictures.
turning into the Starry Night.
Yeah, let's not talk about that. So I'd say it was a good day.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna grab some food and then we are going back to Antwerp. Alright, so that was it. Subscribe, bitches. Okay, so today is the 12th of January. I'm currently in Antwerp because I am going to go and see the China lights. I'm so excited. So I'm just done and I thought I'd give you a quick little recap of my experience at the China Lights, I guess. I'm currently walking, still in Antwerp, because I met up with some colleagues to go for dinner tonight, but I thought that if I didn't get them out right now, I probably would forget what I was thinking. The light sculptures themselves were very beautiful, they were mesmerizing and gorgeous, and I feel like the people who did it actually put a lot of effort in it, which made it even more beautiful. The only thing that I did not like, and that's not something that the zoo can actually do something about, is the fact that there were so many fucking people. I know it's kind of my own fault because I decided to go very, very late. Tomorrow's literally the last day and then it's just gone, it closes again. So that kind of sucks because that means that it was jam-packed with people. There were so many people there that I couldn't walk, I couldn't film, there was always someone in my vision, in my way. I got run over 5 times by a kid. So big families and a lot of noise basically. So what I take away from it is that it's beautiful. My little pendant is going
going in front of the camera.
So what you can take away from it is that it's absolutely gorgeous. The light sculpture is really beautiful. Also, the fairy tale and the story about the Lotus Princess was very, very beautiful as well. Very well put together. Next time I'm going to go though, it's not going to be the last day when there's so many people. So that's what I'm going to take away from it. So the last thing I wanted to do this month is to go to Birmingham to visit my friend Jamie. And guess where we are right now? Look at that! Hey! And that's Jamie. Hi Jamie! Hello! So the plan is to just have fun, and I'll just take you along for the ride, so it's gonna be fun. I'm so excited! Ah!
Okay, so I'm changing things up a tiny little bit in the format for this last bit because I realized while editing the video that I actually did not film all that much in Birmingham while I was there. I asked Jamie and Rachel if it was okay for me to film and stuff, which they completely agreed to, but for some reason when you're the only one filming, it's a bit awkward. So I filmed little bits and bobs, but I didn't really film all that much. To be honest, I also just had an amazing time. Half of the time I just forgot to take out my camera just because I was enjoying myself so much, which is the best kind of enjoyment, and that's why I'm also not that angry with myself or upset that I didn't film that much, because it was an amazing time and I really enjoyed myself, and that's still the most important thing when you go on a travel journey like that. That being said, I did film some things and I thought I would just sit down and talk about them while showing them, because it wouldn't really be much to show you just the footage that I've gotten. So we went to Birmingham to meet the baby, and I met the baby, and oh my god, baby Alex is so cute. He's so freaking adorable. I wanted to hug him and just take him home with me. He was also very, very kind. It was a sweet, sweet little baby. He didn't really complain all that much. He didn't really cry all that much. He was only 3 months old, so we expected him to be a lot more vocal than he was, but he was so good. He was so adorable. It was the cutest baby boy.
There you go.
Hi. Oh, baby. Hey. I'm gonna say hi to the camera, to the people on the internet. Hello. Oh. Oh, there it is.
I've got that on tape. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Dear, dear.
That's just how it goes with kids.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a my skirt as well.
come on then. Oh, there you go.
Oh, thank you. So yeah, after meeting little baby Alex, we dropped him off with Jamie's parents because we went into the city. We went into Birmingham city to just discover the place a bit. Now, I wasn't quite sure what I wanted to do because I had never been to Birmingham, and to be honest, it had never really been on my list of things that I really wanted to do. So I didn't really know the things that I could do there. So as proof that I actually went to Birmingham though, we did go and see the bull, which apparently is like the big thing in Birmingham. Like every tourist has a picture with the bull because that's like actual proof that you've been there. So we did that, and then we actually just went around and did some shopping for the rest of the day. So I went into this cute little tea shop and got myself a tea that I'm actually drinking right now as well. I bought myself some clothes, not too much because I'm still trying to declutter a little bit and try to not have too many clothes anymore. Sean did some shopping as well. I ate some cookie dough for the first time, which was really nice and delicious. And we just had a really good time. It was really fun just going from shop to shop and just looking at all the things and just being very happy. I just felt extremely grateful the entire trip that I was there, that I was actually able to go to Birmingham to see a friend, that I was actually able to go shopping and stuff. I don't know why this time more than other times I felt so super grateful. So I literally stopped a lot of the times to just look around and just smile and just be grateful for everything that had happened the last few weeks, I guess. But yeah, that aside, I also went into the last shop, obviously. obviously. There was a new Lush store and spa that opened in Birmingham, so of course I had to go in there. What did you expect? And I actually went in there pretending I didn't know anything, just so I can get the full treatment, which I didn't really get all that much of, but they did demo and massage some things on my hands, and I did try out the new makeup and stuff, so I was a happy bean. We've been there for more than an hour and I was very happy. I did my shopping and my collection is complete now, and I am super happy that I got to go in there. And to finish everything off, we went to a little cafe called The Flapper, I think it was, which is such a nice place. It is located right next to the river or the canal or whatever you want to call it. And apparently The Flapper is one of those cafes that has been in Birmingham for years and years and years. And it's actually quite sad because they're going to bulldoze it down, I guess, and just build apartments there, which is a bit sad. I was really happy that I got to experience The Flapper before it disappeared. So like I said, we went inside, just had a few drinks, played some pool together. It was really fun. And that was my trip to Birmingham because Sean's grandpa died very suddenly. So we had to cut our trip a bit short because we had to be home the day afterwards for the thing in the church, and the day afterwards was the actual funeral, so we had to go again. And of course, because Sean was very close to his grandpa, it was only natural for us to go back and, you know, be there for the family and just be there to say goodbye. So that's ending a little bit on a more negative note, but the point is that my Birmingham trip was amazing. I enjoyed it so much and I had a lovely time. It was great. So that being said, that also concludes the first month in this new series that I am trying to do. I know this is going to be a lot to put in a video, and I know that the video is going to be a lot to watch as well, but I really wanted to get like the introduction done, and I really wanted you to know what's going on in my brain and my vision that I had going into this series. But I promise you that starting from next month, now that I've explained it all, it's going to be a lot shorter. We're going to go a lot straighter to the point, and we're just gonna finish off with seeing the things that I have done that month without me rambling too much about it. So thank you so much for going on this experience with me. I know it's a bit different from what I normally do, but I do hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. I know I did, and I am so excited to continue this. I haven't felt this excited and inspired for a while, so I think it's definitely a good thing to do this. So thanks again for watching. I do hope you enjoyed it, and I promise again, next time it's going to be a lot shorter. So I hope you'll stick around to see that, because there's a lot of exciting things to come. Thanks again, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye.